Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, October 24th, and we got a changeable pattern. We got some pretty decent weather here over the next 24 hours, and our headlines would be some sunshine today and into tomorrow. It's going to be on the cool side, only in the low 50s today. We'll warm up just a touch on Tuesday with some sunshine, and then we'll see again a pretty wet Wednesday coming in right now. We got a system that's going to pull out of the Rockies, moved into the plains, and then it should move across to the northern Ohio Valley or far southern lower Michigan. And as it does, looks like a pretty soggy, wet, rainy day across the area on Wednesday with around a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain and possibly locally over an inch. And we did have a few showers across the area last night, even some thunder here in the Breckenridge area. And then if that system Wednesday night, it could even be cold enough. Parts of central and northern Michigan could even see some wet snow mixed in with it. So again, a very raw, ugly day for Wednesday, especially during the afternoon and on Wednesday night. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 56, the normal low is 37. And you can see back in 1918, we had a pretty wet day of 2 inches of rain and 3 inches of snow fell on this date back in 1933. As far as conditions around the area yesterday, you can see pretty mild day out there with lots of sunshine, light winds making for a perfect fall afternoon. We had a high temperature, Clarksville 68.8 degrees for the warm spot, number of locations hitting 68. But Clarksville being the warmest, the low was 35 over at Newaygo. As far as precipitation, we had some showers that moved across parts of northern, eastern, lower Michigan last night, and even some thunder again here in the Breckenridge area with St. Thomas picking up about a 1/10.5 inch of rain. So across the Breckenridge area off to the east, looks like we'll be a little slower as far as soybeans today. Could be a good corn day, however. If we look at the national highs and lows yesterday, the warmest spot at 97 degrees at Glendale and Arizona, and at Needles, California, the low 15 degrees at Mount Washington in New Hampshire. As far as conditions around the area this morning, about 5 degrees above normal, as our temperatures are mainly in the mid 40s, even some upper 40s across the area, so pretty nice start to the day. And again, our temperatures aren't going to go very well as far as temperatures rising due to the northwest wind bringing in some of that cooler air from the north. If we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see that system that gave us some showers last night, now well off to the east. High pressure will dominate the area here over the next 36 to maybe 48 hours. And then I think we'll see rain either very early on Wednesday morning, and it looks like it'll pick up in intensity throughout the day. And by Wednesday night, it looks like it could be darn right very moderate, steady rain. And again, once you get around the Muskegon to Saginaw area off to the north, could even see some wet snowflakes mixed in there. If we look at the radar this morning, you can see not a lot going across the Great Lakes, but we do have some lake effect across northwest lower Michigan and into the UP, and it is that time of the year. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see low pressure off to the southwest of us, and that'll sink off to the southeast. If we look at the next slide, you can see our next weather maker is going to emerge out of the Rockies, and it's going to move into the plains and then move off to the east across the northern Ohio Valley and southern Great Lakes. And by Wednesday morning, it'll begin to spread a pretty good area of rain across much of the Great Lakes, and again, possibly mixed with snow across the northern parts of the state. If we look at precipitation here over the next 7 days, lots of precipitation out in the Corn Belt from Iowa into western Wisconsin. And again, for most of the Great Lakes, however, over the next 7 days, and there'll be another system coming in this weekend. So not all this rain is going to be from the Wednesday and Wednesday night system. Some of it will be from another system dropping in the form of a clipper as we get towards the weekend, of rain forcing cool air behind that as well. So it looks like a pretty cool week overall and quite wet. If we look at the snowfall map across the northern hemisphere, you can see this was a week ago, and if we put it into motion, this is the current one. So not a whole lot of gains, although you can see from this system here with the trough across the northeast where some accumulations have occurred up in New England. As far as the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks, you can see warmer than normal conditions across much of the lower 48. And as far as precipitation, looks like we're going to be above normal for the 6 to 10, and then also on for the 8 to 14 day outlook, although we begin to see ridging and some very warm air coming in, especially as we get into early next week or middle of next week. Looks like a pretty warm pattern is going to develop, so we can kick this cold air out of there. But the next time we see a big crash in the Southern Oscillation Index, we could be looking at about a week or so beyond that. Then we could be looking at some real winter weather. But right now, that won't be probably until we get to around the middle of November, the way it looks now, around the 15th to the 20th. is the latest guess of when we're going to see this pattern flip into a very cold one. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.